Hey guys, so you've been asking for some healthy meals. So here in this meal, I'm just going to show you some steamed vegetables. This is a really quick, healthy meal that's super quick. So you can buy packages of vegetables. We got this one from Trader Joe's. It's broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. And I have just chopped up my own zucchinis over here. So I just throw them in here on the steamer. And the steamer is actually a bamboo steamer. I purchased this from World Market. Has a lid. Just goes on. Very versatile. You can set it on top of any pot. All you need is a pot, and you just have a pot of boiling water. Set these veggies right on top. Turn this on to about a high temperature and let the steam start coming out, and you know the broccoli's done when it's bright green. Other part of our meal, we're going to be eating chicken thighs. It's not as healthy as chicken breast, but they're a lot cheaper and they have a softer texture. And we have just seasoned them with some soy sauce and Pappy's seasoning salt. And we're going to throw these on the propane grill, and the fat's going to drip off of the bottom rather than sitting in the frying pan and just soaking in. And so that's a really healthy way to cook your meat, and super quick. And for the third part of our meal, this is going to be kind of the starches right here. We've got rice. Really simple. I've just put a cup of rice in the rice cooker and I've cleaned it out really well, and you just add 2 cups of water for every cup of rice. So here it is. Super simple. You can start your rice before you actually start your meal and just let it cook. Takes a while, but this does all the work for you. You just switch the switch to cook, and once it's done, it pops back up and stays on keep warm. So really easy. This is how you tell if your vegetables are done. See how bright green the broccoli looks? This is perfect. That's exactly how you want it done. And it's so simple. Since this is bamboo, it's not going to burn your hands. You just take it off and all the steam comes out. That's it. Here's the grilled chicken and its finished result. This is how it looks. And we also have 2 grilled turkey burgers just since we didn't have enough chicken for us all to eat. Now we're just gonna divide it out between us 3. Steven's over here, he's just dividing up the rice. I'm not gonna eat any rice just because I'm trying to do a lower carb diet. Not 0 carbs, just trying to skip out on the rice today because look at that huge massive rice. These are big plates too. See, it's compared to my phone. A lot of rice. Okay guys, so here's the finished result. I have a lot more veggies than I do chicken. That's usually how you're supposed to eat. You're supposed to have more veggies than you do meat. Here's the boys' plates. They love rice, so they're digging in. Putting some butter on their veggies. It's delicious like that, but I'm gonna skip out on the butter today. But this is how this meal looks. It's super quick. It took us maybe 30 minutes to cook, if that. Super fresh and delicious. So I hope you guys like this, and I hope this helps. So it's the next morning, and for breakfast I'm going to be eating quick cook steel cut oats. These are from Trader Joe's. I only follow the 1 serving direction, so it's going to be, I use 3/4 of water, and that's going to be boiling, and then I put 1/4, there it is right there, 3/4 cup of water to boil, and add 1/4 of Trader Joe's quick oats. So I just follow the 1 serving category. This is great. You can see how they look. They're a little different shape than regular oats. These are great for sustainable energy throughout the day because they aren't like a fast burning carb. They're more of a slow digesting carb, so this will provide energy for you throughout the day. And it's really lean, low in fat, so these are great. Okay, so now that my water is boiling, I'm just going to add in the 4th cup of the oats. And there's still some stuck in there, so I just usually take the water and rinse it out a bit. And I use a wooden spoon. This is bamboo, just because this pan is Teflon and you don't want to scrape the Teflon coating off the pan. So I'm just going to let this cook on, I usually put on like 3 or 4, a lower heat than boiling, just so you know, it can absorb all the water. Now while I'm making my breakfast, I'm prepping my lunch, so I'm pretty much making my lunch. It's about 9:30 and I have work at 11, so what I'm doing is making the most simple, delicious lunch ever. My vegetable peeler sucks, so I had to use my knife to try and peel this cucumber. I'm still going to keep working on it. As you can tell, I've hacked it up pretty good. All you need is a lemon, a can of tuna, and I prefer the chunk light tuna in water, and seasoning salt. So I'm just gonna finish peeling this cucumber. Now that I've finished peeling my cucumber, I've cut it in half long ways, and now I'm just gonna cut it into fourths. So pretty much I'm gonna cut this half into a half long ways one more time. So now that I've done that, I'm going to start cutting them widthways, just like this. And I'm just gonna do bite-sized pieces, whatever works for you. For me, that's a good size, you know, fits right in my mouth, so just cut them all the way through. Okay, there we go. So that's all done. Now I'm just going to drop it in the container that I'm going to be taking to work. Now I'm just going to open my can of tuna with a can opener and I'm going to drain all of the juice out. So now that I've drained the tuna, I'm just going to dump it all in this bowl with my fork. Next, I've cut a lemon in half, and as you can see, I've scraped out some of the seeds just with the edge of my knife. Then I'm going to squeeze the juice of the whole lemon into the bowl. So now that I've squeezed all of the lemon juice in there, I'm just going to make sure there are no seeds. As you can see, there's a seed right here. Nothing's worse than enjoying your meal and then just biting into a seed. So then now I'm going to take my Lawry seasoning salt. It's my favorite seasoning salt in the world. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand here. And I'm just going to sprinkle this over the top. You're just adding the salt to taste. And after that, you just mix it all up, and that is your super lean, healthy, high protein lunch. Okay, now as you can see, our oatmeal has finished. So what we're going to do is we are going to add in our ingredients. I put in some salt because to me it mimics the taste of butter, the little saltiness that butter gives, so just a little bit. Next I take cinnamon. This is just Trader Joe's cinnamon. Doesn't really matter what brand or anything. And this is all just to taste. I love cinnamon, so I put quite a bit. Next I'm using Truvia, which is a 0-calorie sweetener, and I'm just lightly sprinkling this in there. It's not coming out. Okay. And next and last, I add my almond milk, and this is vanilla flavored, so it has a great sweet creamy taste. And I just put just about that much just to make it a little watery and mix up well. So now that you've done that, mix it all up. So now that that's all mixed up, I just put it in a bowl and it's ready to eat. There it is. That's how the steel cut oats look. More grainy.